But it has been a little windy, perhaps making you uncomfortable behind the wheel. The Providence Skycam looks pretty nice, a little blue sky finally poking through today. But as I like to say, looks are not everything because, while it looks a lot prettier than it did this morning, it feels a little rough. Satellite and radar relatively quiet right now. You can see a little dip and dot of moisture here and there, but it's nothing compared to what upstate New York and even northern New England are getting right now. Decent bit of snow falling into the Boundary Mountains of Maine, into the Adirondacks and the Catskills, getting a little more of that lake effect moisture there. Even the Berkshires with a couple of flakes because of the strong north-northwest winds. You can see those winds still maintained here across the screen. Most of the wind speeds in the teens and 20s, the gusts up into the 30s, some nearing 40 miles per hour. Just a reminder, your wind speeds are your 1-minute averages. So when those are in the teens and 20s, it's going to be a little bit of a tough day. Temperatures, the actual air temperatures, that is, in the 30s and 40s. It is a way below average kind of day here for mid-April, even early April, I should say. 41 degrees in Providence. It's 36 right now in Smithfield. It's 43 in New Bedford, 41 in Newport, and 43 in North Kingstown. For reference, we should be at about 54 degrees this time of year. Overnight tonight, we get even colder, and once again, we'll be below average with temperatures dropping into the upper 20s and low 30s. So as you're getting the kids ready for the bus stop tomorrow morning, layers are absolutely a good idea, considering the numbers are rough enough themselves, but ready here the feels like temperatures as we go through tonight and into tomorrow morning. It's going to feel like we're in the upper teens and low 20s as you're heading out the door. So again, layers are your friends, my friends. On the bright side, quite literally, it's going to be a much sunnier day tomorrow. And yes, it is going to be breezy, but not as much so as today. So some improvement, especially when it comes to cloud cover. 47 for Providence tomorrow, 45 for Newport, 43 for Westerly, and looking at 46 in New Bedford. Overall, I'm not going to give it a 10 because it is still below average, but I'd give it like a 6.5, 7, which at this point is pretty okay. Thursday, I still think is nicer, despite the fact that clouds will come in, especially in the afternoon, but we'll be back in the 50s and it's not going to be nearly as breezy. We also have sunshine in the morning, so you've got that going for you, which is nice. Futurecast as we head into the weekend, though, showing you our next area of low pressure starts to encroach on southern New England as we get to Friday. And I do think we could spit out a shower or two on Friday, but the more widespread moisture comes to us Saturday. Rounds of showers similar to what we saw this past weekend in store for the first half of the weekend. Sunday is the less wet of the 2 days once again. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast again, showing you more of those little rain icons in the forecast. Unfortunately, just in time for the weekend. If you want to make weekend plans, I still think Sunday is going to be your day. Temperatures at least rebound. We go from the 40s to the 50s, and by the start of this coming week, we end up in the low and mid 60s.